Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Soul glow. Soul glow. Yes, people. Welcome to LRFC. I've got a lot of equipment. I just woke up. I've been asleep for a bit. Give me time, man. Give me time. You know what I mean? A man's tired. The man is tired. He wakes up to, Florian Wirtz, almost announcing he's coming to Liverpool. That's the time he wakes up. Let me bring my uncle in, Mr. Uncle Rodz. He's with me tonight, or tomorrow, whatever you call it. He'll be with me in a second. So let me just get him on. Let's go, Uncle Rodz. Did you hear the Soul Glow? Was it on? I don't know.
There was no sound coming out, bro.
Oh, bloody hell. I just woke up, bro. I just woke up, innit? It's when you call me, I was getting ready, innit? And,
real.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Soul Glow. How you been, Unks? How's everything with you, man? What do you like? What do you think of the news, man? The player almost announcing like he's coming to Liverpool.
Man's buzzing.
Yeah.
Man is buzzing. Listen. Just the sort of news we want to hear. We was talking earlier on,
yeah.
And we were saying that it's getting a bit frustrating. So like we keep on hearing, so like it's close, it's worried, this and that.
Yeah.
We just want to see it. And it looks like it's near off there now.
Yeah, man.
And I'm happy with that still. Really happy. I mean, this guy is a game changer.
100%, mate. 100%.
You know what? I'm kind of echoing, you know.
Hang on, mate.
Yeah,
I swear I've done everything right today. What the heck is going on? Have you got anything on, like a TV or anything like that?
No.
Yeah, just jump out and jump back in, Unks. Let me check if it's me as well. Yeah, just jump out and jump back in. I think I'm all right. Guys, is my one all right? Just let me know in the chat, yeah, please. I have no idea. I've done everything right. Am I echoing still? Hopefully I'm not echoing. Is my one all right, guys? In the chat, please. Just let me know. Please like and share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Appreciate everybody that's on as always. Your help always is, a special thing for us. How about now, Uncle? Can you hear us better?
Yeah.
It's better now, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, thanks, guys. Thanks in the chat, man. Big up, Ravi. Hang on. Did I see Ravi? Yeah. Scottish Bear, obviously. Baz is in the house. Genghis is in the house. You Never Walk Alone. There's so many new people as well, man. Please subscribe if you're new and all that good stuff. We're on the road to 3,000 in this channel. So, Unks, what did you think about, Wirtz in the beginning? Did you ever think like we'll go for a player like this? Because I haven't done a show yet in regards to, since we've done the last one when we was debating about Darwin Núñez. That's the last one we've done a panel show. So I want to ask you now, like it's realistic the player is coming to Liverpool. What do you think of this signing, Unks? Like from your point of view? Sorry, guys, I'm trying to get in the camera.
Just 1 minute. They say I'm still echoing. Yeah, I am actually.
I don't know why. Hang on. Let me try something, guys. 1 second. Let me do the echo. I took that off recently. What about now? Is it better? It should be better now. Yeah, I think it is better now.
It is.
There you go. Yeah. I took the echo noise out of it because I've been doing it on my own, guys. Give me a break here. Give me a break.
Yeah.
So what do you think about this? Now, because last time we did the show was that gigantic show we did with Anton, you, 12th Man, and obviously Jamie Phillips as well, and JK. It was a good show. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. It was good
for a long time. I mean, and it was just like back and forward to each other. Like I liked it. I really liked it because I was just sitting on the side. I didn't really obviously get into it, but you guys had a great debate in that game. In that stream that day, and thank you for that because we reached over 1,000 on that stream as well, man. Because of you guys. First 1,000, I think, of many thousands that followed after that. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So man. So what do you think of this player, bro? Like, what in regards to the signings that we make normally? Is he going to be the difference, obviously, next season? Is this hype around him, the price tag around him, valid? I mean, is it something that's going to, take us to levels that we haven't reached yet with this team? This second team.
If they can pay, 100 million. If Arsenal can pay 100 million for Declan Rice,
Yeah.
well, the answer's there. I mean, to be honest, this guy Wirtz is a phenomenal player. He is phenomenal. Do you know what I mean? He's such a technician on the pitch. You understand what I'm saying, right? And it's the sort of player that we've always wanted in our team. You understand what I'm saying? We've always wanted him in our team. You know, a player like that. Do you know what I mean? But what we've had situations that we had situations where it's sort of like we've let other teams do it, innit? Let other teams do it. Like Man United, we've got their technicians.
Keep talking. I'm just gonna check out the Twitter, yeah. What you're saying, but sorry about
that. Yeah. So yeah, it's like, you know, we've had other teams do it. Like other teams get these phenomenal technicians and so forth. But now we've sort of identified this player. I mean, it's worth waiting for. This player is phenomenal. He's gonna do some big things. That's why I was saying that, and they like on my stream today. I was saying that I know that Gyökeres is not like obviously FSG player profile. I know that because obviously because of his age and that, right? But I tell you what, Gyökeres will be a good shout to have him alongside Florian Wirtz. Just imagine Florian Wirtz playing a 10.
Yeah.
Then you got like Gyökeres as a striker.
Yeah.
Nobody can tell me he's not going to cook. Nobody tells he's not going to cook.
With Gyökeres, you know, I'm a fan. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, Unks? I like the player. I've got no issue with the player, but I think we need something else. I don't trust the Portuguese league, Unks. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I know, like everybody is saying, Alvarez is too far from us, and especially when Atletico Madrid is saying he's not for sale and etc. I understand that, but there's always a price on a player, right? If you make the right, sales around the football club, which we're doing right now, we've already sold Kelleher. Doak, I think, might be leaving us as well. Morton could be leaving as well. So we're gonna raise the money no matter what. And you know, last summer before, we raised money anyway. If you look at that summer when we signed the 4 players, which is Endo, Soboslai, Gravenberch, and McAllister.
Yeah.
If you look at the net spend, it was practically zero. So we haven't really got, had a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like that spent down the year. So Ivan is in the house. Damn, I didn't know. Do you remember Ivan, the one from Twitter, the one who breaks news and all that?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's his real account, but you know, big up, bro. Big up. We do follow you. We do watch you. You're pretty entertaining. Sometimes you get it right. Majority of the time you get it right, and you know sometimes you don't get it. So big up, Ivan, man. Who would have thought, man? Who would have thought like this guy coming on my channel? Big up. I hope it's him. Or if it's just a clone of him. You never know. But as I was saying,
Ivan, you bought a Smarty's face now.
That is true. But yeah, as I said, bro, like with Gyökeres, how do you say his name? I don't know.
Gyökeres.
So Gyökeres, it's just a Portuguese league, mate. It's not always successful over there. You know, what I mean, it's not whatever player we bought from that league, they're never coming to our team. You know, even Diaz, if you think about it, he was scoring a lot of goals at Porto. Came to Liverpool expecting him to take over from Mane, and it was never the same anymore, was it? So, so that's what I'm looking at, bro. We've got to do things carefully. We've got the whole summer ahead of us. The transfer window has been opened early, and I've always said it. I've always watched Atletico Madrid in the past. I don't know how they are now, but if you give them like negotiations in regards to Alvarez plus cash plus player or something like that, they always take it. So you just got it's the way I don't know what his release clause is. I love to see it. Then we will like probably discuss.
I don't think it's big, you know.
There you go, bro.
I don't think it's big. I mean, look. What I will take Gyökeres only in the way that say like, right, you know what, Gyökeres, yeah, and then when Alvarez comes available in a season or maybe 2, we go and get Alvarez. Do you know what I mean? You know, like kind of like a stopgap. Do you
I
know what I
don't
mean?
mind that. Things like that, I don't mind. As long as you got ambition to get these top players in
It
the
cannot
future.
be him solely. It cannot just be him, innit? It cannot just be, it's like you get Corez and that's it. Do you know what I mean?
You know what I thought? I thought that Ekitike was the wonder, Unks. That's what I thought. That
I did as well.
Ekitike guy, because he's young, he could have been for now. And then eventually next season, like if you want to spend the big cash on a prolific striker, then you could do that. That's what I thought, but they didn't do that, unfortunately. And Ekitike looks like he's going to Chelsea instead of like Liverpool.
He's gonna ruin his career, man. He's gonna ruin his career.
Yeah,
I can see that coming because like what they've got. See, this is what I don't like about people, teams like Chelsea and Man City. They're too greedy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. They're too
there's
greedy.
no structure in place, is there, Unks? There's no structure in place now.
There's a word in the Caribbean community for people like that, and we call them licky licky. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, man, licky licky. They're just too licky licky, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, imagine this, yeah. Man City have got Shirky, yeah, right, and like they're gonna get they want to get Reinders as well, yeah, and on top of that they want to get Edison as well.
Goodness me.
You know what I mean? Something needs to be done about this. Do you know what I mean?
Where's the PSR? Where's the PSR in this? Like they're still spending.
Because what this does for us, to tell you what it does. What it does at the day, the two big spenders in sort of like the league, right? Get to corner the market, right? So what they were doing in the day, right? They will buy the players, so you can't buy the players. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to play them. Yeah. They're just buying them so you can't. They're
scumbags, isn't it? That's what they are. They're scumbags.
Yeah, it is. That's the only
way. Move just to stop your rivals from buying a player that's going to improve them. So you're doing by any means necessary to stop that. It doesn't even benefit you as a team. It's just stopping your rivals. It's really stupid. That's stupid.
I really hope at the end of the day, right, that sort of like, you know, it is true that sort of like we've gone over to sort of like Italy. Richard, who's gone on to Italy, his old stomping ground, and started talks and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Because I think that's what should happen. What you should happen, you shouldn't have the whole of the transfer team working on one target. You know what I mean? There should be some working on this target, some working on that target, and some working on the other target. Do you know what I mean? Spread yourself about, innit? Really? Do you know what I mean? Spread yourself about. So I really hope that's the case. But you know, it's just, to me at the end of the day, it's just, it makes no sense. It literally makes no sense at the end of the day that why you want to go out and buy Shirky, and plus at the end of the day you want to get Reinders, and plus as well you want to get some Edison as well. What do you know what I mean? What sense is that? And the thing is about it, Edison and Reinders are the same sort of player.
Exactly.
They're the same sort of player. So what? Listen, I just hope we then that like he's Edison agent and they see sense, and you know what I mean. But getting back to the Florian Wirtz situation, right?
Yeah, this is what we saw. Before you go on to that, great segue to that. This is what we saw of Florian Wirtz. Let me just share it while you're speaking, Uncle.
Do it, man.
Go on.
Do it, man. Like, it's really kind of like, it's amazing. This is what we wanted. Yes, this one here. I read that early on. Yeah, you read it earlier. See, you know what I mean? He's speaking like a red already, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's speaking like
honest player, mate. Like, you know what I love about that, Unks? He's an honest player. I mean, he squashed that. When these reporters are saying about, you know, he's demanding for the number 10 shirt, when he didn't say such a thing, and it just shows the humanity side of him. And he's telling people, I'm not in a position to demand anything. I want to earn the right to get that eventually. You know what I mean? And I like that about this player. What a player, man, that we have in our hands in the future, man. Because, you know, he's going to get a 5-year contract, and long may it continue. Because what everybody's worried about, if he gets the 5-year contract, after that, is he going to Real Madrid? I've always said it. When the love affair with Liverpool happens, it's very difficult for a player to leave. Example: Salah, Van Dijk, Alisson. All these players, they were the best players in their position in the world. at some stage of their career, but they
Mm.
decided to stay at Liverpool when those big clubs, so-called big clubs like Barcelona, Real Madrid, could have just, said to us, give us, these players.
Yeah.
You never heard them say, I want to leave Liverpool. You never heard them crying about Real Madrid or anything like that, calling them a bigger club or anything like that. They always stayed at Liverpool. So when the love affair is there with players, they want to stay. And we could just remind them, like, the grass is not always green on the other side. We've got a plan for the future, which is to dominate British football as well as the Champions League. Go back to the Liverpool that we used to be. We don't want to come back down from that. We just want to learn from past mistakes that we did and move up from there. And getting these type of players through the door is what this club needs. And, we're heading in the right direction. Don't have doubts, man. I said that to you guys earlier in the stream when everybody was crying about Wirtz, not coming in and all that stuff. I said, I've never seen another club go for him since Bayern Munich dropped out and since Man City dropped out. So it means it's only going one way. And Real Madrid don't pay that type of money for players anymore. They do the dodgy thing, which is, we'll pay, just run your contract down. We pay you the wages after that. I mean, that's the dodgiest thing that you could do in football. And this is Real Madrid, as we know already. Yeah, but what do you think of the future plans? I know, like, you had your reservations on Arne Slot. But what do you think of him now as a head coach?
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna lie. I'm warming to him because I think what they're doing, what clubs are doing now, they're doing sort of like there's a new way of like running the club. Because if you notice, because I know you spoke about it the other day, have you noticed that people ain't getting managers' jobs now?
No, they're not. They're all head coaches.
Just getting head coach.
And do you remember when we spoke about this in the beginning of the season before you go on when I said head coaches is the best way of going forward because the head coach has less responsibilities outside the football pitch. Remember I said that, Unks?
Yeah, you did.
And now look at the rewards. Look at the rewards now.
Yes, and this is what happening. This is what happened because what it is, and this is what I was trying to explain to people with Arne Slot, and then they sort of like having kind of like a say so. He'll probably say that yes, he likes this certain player, right? But the last decision will come down to the people that's handling the transfers.
Yeah.
I.e., at the end of the day, he can say, well, yeah, I like Fuzzy at the end of the day, right? Because I think he's a good footballer. He suits my player profile. But then, they might say, well, look, no, I'm going to bring Uncle Rodz in because but it's true that there's a piece of food in there.
Yeah, the money, man, aren't you? So I have to put the money in there for you, bro.
Stop that. That one caught my surprise, But you know what I mean? It's like I'm going to bring Uncle Rodz in because of the fact that they sort of like, this is our player profile. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what's going to happen in the day? It's like you do the head coach, you look after the team, we look after transfers.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And you probably got to respect it in a way because like it is, as you said, less pressure on that manager of like identifying players and this and that. Because you see what it done to Jurgen Klopp in it. It stressed him out.
Really man, I saw a picture of him when he was sweating and he was leaning against the wall. Yeah. Oh man, I felt bad. I really felt bad for him, Monks. The guy didn't deserve that, mate. Nah, man.
And did you see when he came back the other day, like for last game of the season? You see how healthy he looks.
Yeah, man, slim down, like happy, smiles a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, him and his wife and all sorts. You know what I mean? It's good to see, but I think that's probably going to be the best way moving forward to do it. Do you know what I mean? To say like,
and
right, you know what?
To add on to your actual, obviously, thoughts on this, because if you look at what Arne Slot said at the end of the season, Unks, what he said that was important that I don't think a lot of people picked up on, which I did at the time. He said, I'm not all about, going to football clubs that's, getting big players in. I want to nurture youngsters coming through and have a longevity in a job. Yeah. So he's already telling us he wants to stay here for a long time. and
Yes.
it's not all about Real Madrid and Barcelona. And
Yeah.
this is what I love about the people that recruit these managers. They always look outside the box. What did
Yeah.
he say? Richard Hughes, or I think it was Richard Hughes that went to his training camp at final. He says, I want to check out, the how you work in this club and all that stuff.
Mm.
But what Richard Hughes did was he's scouting him and checking him out for a couple of days,
Yeah.
seeing what type of a coach he is before they, obviously announce him as the coach. Listen,
Yeah.
due diligence, how you say that word? Due
Due
diligence.
diligence.
Yeah,
Due diligence.
of Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards and all these guys. It's something that's special in my opinion, because whenever they do something, bro, it comes out majority of the time the right decision. I mean, since Klopp, since Klopp and after that as well. And we're always, challenging for big honors, no matter what state we're in as a team. We didn't buy anyone last season, and look at the rewards we got at the end of it as well, bro. I mean, so this
Let's
club
face
is
it.
madness, man. Absolutely.
Let's face it. Let's
Mm.
face it.
Let me just read the comments before you go on, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. Go on, go on, go on, go on.
Big up Scottish Bear, bro. Yeah, smash the likes. Appreciate that, brother. Obviously, Uncle Rodz gone. I know he said no sand. Yes, yes, yes. Oh man, I'm a bad boy sometimes, you know what I mean? Damn. Um, can't hear, of course, of course. Big up Baz. Baz is back in town. Please go and subscribe to his channel, of course. All I hear is no sound. Big up. You never walk alone. I know you never walk alone. I know I've got issues with the sound. I know. I know new people in the house. Big up, brother. Big up. Let me see what's going on in the chat. I haven't looked at it. Well, continue speaking.
Yeah,
While
yeah.
you're
So
right,
I
man.
think really and truly at the end of the day, sort of like when you look at what the works that's happening at Liverpool now, they have to get it right, because remember at the end of the day, the Klopp has left, and everybody knows why Klopp left. Do you know what I mean? So they have to get it right, because if not to prove sort of like Klopp wrong,
Mhm.
but for their own sort of like dignity. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? They have to get it right. So they're making the right moves, and they have to do it. Listen, however it works out, and then we're flying, because I want that league. I want to retain the league next season.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
And if you're
Exactly.
buying players like Florian Wirtz and stuff,
Does the
and
Champions League is it beneficial for you? Like, is it something desperate that you are of it? What's the reason for that, Unks?
I just don't think at the day that I don't like the format of it. And I just don't like the way it's being run, because it's not like, right. If I was running it, the
Mhm.
top two were getting the Champions League. No more than that. Top
Yeah.
two getting the Champions League, and the rest going to Europa Cup. Was it
Europa
Europa
League.
Conference League and that? The
Yeah.
rest go in there. Do you know what I mean? We have got 6 teams we've got 6 teams, right, in the Champions League this coming the season. Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a team that finished 17th in the table,
Yeah.
and the only reason that they're in the Champions League is because they won the Europa Cup. How is that? How is that a Champions League?
No, it
You've
isn't.
got you have got a situation at the day, right, where sort of like you got the World Club Cup, right, happening, and sort of like in a week or so time. I don't know when it's gonna happen. Week
Yeah.
or so time, I think, something like that, right? It's no surprise, yeah,
Mhm.
right, that three of the richest teams, right, are in that competition. Chelsea, Man City, PSG. When
Yeah.
they just won the other day, and personally, and they, I don't know what kind of game that was. Do you know what I mean? I'm just putting it out there. I don't know what kind of game it was, but it's just the sort of like, all right, I'm gonna be sort of like, I'm gonna be blatantly honest here, yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
The Champions League, yeah, what they got now, to me, it just smells of corruption. I'm sorry, that's my point of view. So like,
Really?
I would rather be in a tournament where number one is harder to win,
Yeah.
yeah, right. And if you do win it, and do win it, it's more recognition. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's more recognition, because what isn't they? You being constantly at a level, yeah, for
Mhm.
9 months of the year,
Mhm.
constantly at this level and day, and for that and then day, right? Your biggest prize at the day is winning your league,
Yeah.
being champions of England. I
Yeah.
don't care about being champions of Europe, because if you was to be like, right, if we win in the Champions League this season at the day, right? Yeah,
Mhm.
right. And we won it this season, yeah. So that we won it this season, right?
Mhm.
The,
Mhm.
the season coming up, yeah.
Mhm.
We won it, win it. The season coming up, right? Now, to be honest, at the end of the day, right? I could say yes, we deserve it because we was champions. We was champions of England, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if something like Tottenham win it, it's a joke, isn't it? Come on, it's a joke, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
If Tottenham win the Champions League this season, yeah, right, yeah. Obviously the season coming up.
Mm-hmm.
If they win it, it's a joke. It's a complete and utter joke. Do you know what
And
I mean?
that's
And
a
this is
strong
what we're
possibility, isn't it?
facing.
That's a strong possibility. A
You
team
got
like
no
that.
sound again, bro.
Yeah.
You got no sound again.
What? Me? I can hear you. You can't hear me?
You got no sound in there.
What the heck? What is going on today? Can you hear me? The
Still
hell?
can't hear you, you know. Trasclat.
Stay there, man. Stay there. Let me come back.
Right, something like that. You gone? Frederica said this. You can hear the copper.
Can you hear me now?
Frederica said he's going to win.
Hello?
One shot to all his something he said, ciao.
Hello?
Fuck off you, where my cup right now.
Guys, am I the one that you
I
can't
don't know
hear?
what's wrong with your I don't know what's wrong with your sound, but I can't hear a thing. Oh,
It's
you know
you.
what?
It's you. It's you. It's you. It's you. Guys, let me read
Yeah,
the
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
It's you, not me.
I know.
Oh my God.
No. My bad.
Corruption here, guys. Corruption.
Yeah, man. Jeez.
Trying to reverse it on me, you know. Big up, Uncle Rodz. You made me look like an idiot there.
Boy, yeah.
Ivan says, keep up the good work, lads. Big up, brother. Big up. Appreciate
up,
that. Scottish Bear says, subscribe if you of course, if you're new and all that stuff. Thank you very much. Big up, Baz, bro. Run up the likes. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you for the help as always. So let me just get to the chat when people are speaking to me. He says, Alvarez not after one season in Spain. I've already said it, Baz. I don't know if you was here before. I said Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank went to Atletico Madrid, scored around 35 goals in 47 games. Next season, Chelsea made an offer. He went to Chelsea. Yeah, simple as that. So it can happen if you trigger that release clause. Let me just put it that way. There you go, Roddy in the house. Big up, Ravi, brother. Let's see what's happening here. You never walk alone. He's a regular now. He's moved from other channels to mine finally, man. I see him a lot over there. You know what I mean? Jealous Graham Bailey has now revealed that Liverpool remain keen on the summer deal for Isak and will target the Newcastle star after completing the deal for Wirtz. Wow, because if you get Isak, is that a good thing for you, Unks? Do you? I don't mind it. I never said all Alvarez. If we can't get Alvarez, I said. He's like, it's a no-brainer. And from what I've heard Eddie Howe say, he did say at the end of the season he doesn't know if he's going to be at the club. That's another thing as well.
What, Eddie Howe?
Yeah, he did say that, bro. He did say that at the end of the season. I'm sure he said that. I can't be wrong in that. I'm sure I heard that. You know me, I hear things and I just keep it for a while. But what do you think of Isak, man? Would you take him?
No, listen, I rate the player. I just think at the day is Newcastle going to play hardball because, they're in the Champions League. They don't have to sell. Do you know what I mean? Are they going to play hardball? I mean, if we can get a hold of an Isak, you know what I mean? If we can get a hold of him, listen, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I mean, the top two targets of this for strikers for this window, right? The top two strikers was sort of like it was going to be Isak or Alvarez to me as the top two strikers. Those are the two strikers that are probably worth getting. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Worth the weighing goals. So yeah, I'm here for it if that can happen.
Yeah.
But they will have to literally twist Newcastle's arm and give them an offer they can't refuse because of the fact that they don't need to sell.
They don't.
You know what I mean? And it'll probably be a bonus if if you speak to Isak and he wants to come. You know, if he wants to come to Liverpool, do you know what I mean? You know, so yeah, I'm here for it. If that can happen,
Yeah.
it can happen. I mean, the only thing I'm worried about with him is
Mhm.
his injuries.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's the one. That's what I'm worried about. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Other than
I've heard
that,
his knee is a ticking time bomb, Unks. Like what he's
that's what
one
I'm
injury
saying.
away of a disaster, basically, because the
That's what I'm
amount of
saying.
injuries he had in that knee. So this is what worries me when I'm looking at that. But
Yeah,
listen, if we can't get our targets and he's the one available for us, how can we argue with that? You know what I mean?
you
That's
can't argue with that. I
not.
mean, hopefully our medical staff can sort of like work up some magic because I seem to
Come on,
be
man.
seeing.
Baggio played with the knee. It was a bone on bone and won the Ballon d'Or. Anything's possible.
But they, you know, them Italian players at the day sort of like different breed. You just amazing
Damn.
footballers, man. Hey, there's
Exactly.
a thing I'm gonna watch as well on YouTube. It's like that
Mhm.
you know that Kate Scott.
Yeah.
She does like a one-to-one interview, one-on-one
Yeah.
interviews,
Yeah.
and she's got one with Christian Vieri. Do you know what
The
I mean?
Aussie Italian. That's what I used to
Yeah,
call him.
yeah. He used to play for Inter and Juve and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
Great
got
guy.
an interview with him that I'm gonna watch a bit later because her interviews are good, really good, really good. She does some really good ones. You know what I mean?
Let me just read
But,
this. What's happening
yeah,
on at the moment? It says the Sports Build says, according to information from Florian Wirtz, is not expected to become the top earner at the Reds either. That remains Mo Salah. Wirtz will follow in the future. His salary is expected to be between 20 to 22 million euros per year, depending on his success. There you go. So, as a 22-year-old, you're not expecting a 22-year-old to get 300k a week already, do you? Like, he's got to earn the right to get there eventually. That's how we work. I mean, and Liverpool works in a certain way, which is, if you're young, we'll treat you like a youngster. We're not going to treat you like an adult. You know what I mean? We're going to buy you a Ford Focus, not a Ferrari. You know what I mean? So,
man said full
yeah.
focus.
So that's how it is. That's how it is. But yeah, listen, the guy is on his way to Liverpool Football Club, guys, and there's no doubt about it. When he sent that message today, I'm all for that. Listen, the next steps is obviously Kerkez. As soon as that walks through if he walks through the door, I don't know what positions you're looking for, Unks. Are you looking for like a centre back and another position, a DM, something like that as well, or you just
Yeah,
if we get Kerkez, obviously Frimpong and Wirtz, and whatever's bonus after that. What's your expectations for signings this season? Because I said maybe 5 players max we're going to sign this season. 6 might leave.
yeah. Listen. We need a DM. We badly need DM.
Yeah.
We cannot go into the season and having Gravenberch do the same job as he did last season. We can't do it.
Mhm.
I mean, it's either you get a DM or you keep Endo, and Endo plays more games than what sort of like he did last season.
Yeah.
But we need it.
Let me add on to that. It was unfair last season, mate. Like him not playing a lot of games. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I feel bad for him. Same as
yeah.
I feel for Chiesa as well. So it's not just Endo, it's Chiesa as well.
Listen, if we get sort of like if he gets a DM, yeah, but he doesn't get sort of like a centre back, I'll be
Yeah.
good with that. I'll be good.
Okay.
I'll be good.
So
I'll be good.
DM is a must in your opinion, Unks, yeah?
Yeah, DM is a must because the DM at the day, right, can get you out of a lot of trouble. If you got a no nonsense DM, yeah, it can get you out of a lot of trouble, and then you can sort of like concentrate maybe on getting a centre back in January, for instance. You know what I mean? If
Okay.
you want to, but DM is a must for me. It is a must. Do you know what I mean? We
Okay.
need DM because I think sort of after Christmas with Ryan Gravenberch,
Yeah.
he started to struggle, didn't he?
Yeah, it was
struggle.
sad to watch that because if
Yeah,
you
you
know
know what I
football,
mean?
like you can see a player that's in a high intensity mood majority of the season to
Mm.
dropping off dramatically, and that's what happened to him. He wasn't gliding past players anymore. He wasn't doing the easy passes he was doing in the beginning of the season. You could see he was struggling. The poor kid. He's only 22, so the energy will disappear eventually at some stage if you don't rotate the poor kid. Because even when we substitute the midfield and the defense, he gets back to the centre back position. You know what I mean, Uncle? So he doesn't even like come off the pitch, which
Yeah.
made me upset sometimes. I'm thinking to myself, why are you taking off Konate when you could take off? Like, for example, the last game of the season, he got a red card, didn't he? If he took off, him instead of Konate, we probably end up with 11 men on the pitch and probably win that game
That's
at
what
the
I'm
end.
saying. Do you know what I mean? I just don't get it. So, you need a no nonsense DM. Do you know what I mean? I mean, listen, I've got like 2 players in mind that I would love to see come to our club,
Mm-hmm.
and the thing is about it, they're both obtainable. They are both obtainable. You've got like Edison, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't get Edison, Alan Varela,
Valero, yeah.
yeah, Varela. Those players at the day are literally in the day they're available to get. Because remember the day,
Yeah.
like when you got to speak about Atalanta, their long-term manager has left.
Yeah.
He's left now. So listen, pick the bones out of him. Pick the bones out of him and go and get that player. If you can't get him, he wants to go. If he's so hell bent to go to Man City, don't waste no time. Get Varela through the door.
100%.
Do you know what I'm saying? But we need
Yeah.
a DM because DM at the day, right? You know what I mean? Could solve a lot of problems.
You need the enforcer. They say Unks in it, the enforcer in the middle. You need that, man.
Well, there you go. There you go.
Yeah. Fake Pundit says, big up Red Unks, of course, and chat. There's your guy, Mr. Rodz. There you go, man. Fake Pundit, his name is. Fake Pundit. Big up, brother. Wirtz is fix, a boy of honor. Striker, what do you think about... Who's that?
Watermaid.
Man, who's
Watermaid?
I don't know who that is.
No, I don't know.
Guys, you're talking about a guy who just watches Liverpool. Uncle Ross has got more pull than me outside of my football club. Watermaid, he plays for Schalke. He's a German, I believe, yeah, and he's a attacking forward midfield.
But how well Schalke doing in the Bundesliga? I'm sure they're not in the Bundesliga. I'm sure they're Bundesliga too.
Yeah, I have no idea, mate. No idea.
I think they're Bundesliga too.
So what do you think of Jota, bro? Before we go on, I'll come to that later on. What do you think of Jota? As you can see on the side over here in the bottom, I know the chat is over. Let me read to you. Liverpool are ready to listen to offers for Diogo Jota, according to a report that the club is prepared to sell Jota to make way for new talent. What do you think of that? Let me read it again. It says Liverpool are ready to listen to offers for Diogo Jota. According to a report, the club is prepared to sell Jota to make way for new talent. That's what it says.
Brilliant.
Oh, you don't want him at the club, yeah?
No, but what it is, you know what I mean? Not that I don't want him because I don't like him and that, yeah? I have to like the player. But when you look at it realistically, when you look at it, we need players that are good. We need to have them available. There's no point in having players at the end of the day that sort of like that are good and they've got a lot of good ability on the ball, but they're not available due to injury.
Yeah.
And this is what it is with Jota. When Jota's available, do you know what I mean? You know, like in a season, he'll probably bag you over 20 goals in all competition.
Yeah.
He's like that. But he's just like, he's only had one season when he's been available.
Yeah.
For like the whole season. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we got to see what
it is frustrating, to be fair, Angster. But
you know what I mean? So, you know, it's really at the end of the day sort of like frustrating when you got a player that you know at the end of the day has got so much ability on the ball, but he's not available. Look at what he done against Tottenham at the end of the day when we brought him on. We was drawing 3-3, and he pounced on the ball back in the net. this is what you get from Jota when he's available.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like it comes to time with your club, you have to think of the good. You have to think the good of your club.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? It comes to the good of your club, and if this guy is not doing what it needs to be done for your club, you know, sentimentality has to go out the window, and you have to ship him on and get, get fresh talent, fresh and more reliable talent, and that's what I'm saying. It's a brilliant idea. This is what sort of like they should be doing, sort of like for a long time. But it's just the fact that we all know that like Klopp wasn't getting backed in the right way. You know what I mean? So he then had to sort of like some of the players that he had that were tried and trusted. You know what I mean? He just had to keep on playing them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the
because
thing.
there wasn't enough coming through. Do you know what I mean? He probably would have liked to sort of like say, well, you know what, Millie, you know what I mean? I think the world of you, but you know, I'm gonna have to ship you on. He probably wanted to do that like a season or season, maybe two before, but he knew at the day there wasn't a lot coming through the door. Do you know what I mean? And that's always the thing. So with that Jota thing, I'm saying, yeah, do it and get like go and buy Rafael Leao from AC Milan.
Yeah, what do you think of him, mate, Anks? Do you like Rafael Leao? I don't really rate him that much, but from what I've seen, I think like he's going to be a lot of work, especially in the Premier League. The Premier League is not a league you could like just come in and do some damage straight away. It takes you time, if you know what I mean. But what makes you think about Rafael Leao in that way? Like he could be a potential Liverpool player.
I've seen the way he plays at the day, right? I mean, yes, he has his off games, you know what I mean, with AC Milan. But I think when you look at Rafael, I think under the right guidance, and he cooks, and I think we got a good structure there. Do you know what I mean? Especially at the day, if rumors are right that Dirk Kuyt comes in as a number 2. What do you think of that? Ooh.
Oh, you know what I like about Dirk Kuyt? I don't think he wants to be a manager. I've said this for a while about certain player. Big up, Mick, by the way. Big up, brother. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'll check out this player you're talking about, and I'll probably come back tomorrow and let you know if like what I think of him. You know what I mean? YouTube clips doesn't really do it for me. I'd rather watch a player thoroughly, then I'll know what he's all about, if you know what I mean. Uncle Rodz just disappeared. He let me down, man. I'm on my own. How dare you, Uncle Rodz? Leave me like that.
Sorry. I hit something by mistake.
That's the only. Clive says Wirtz will make Liverpool a lot better team. Oh, listen, we're not a one-man team, but imagine, the quality that we already have escalate into another level, go into another level with the Wirtz being in there. You got Salah, you got Soboslai, you got Gakpo, you got. I don't know if Diaz is gonna stay the way he's sending messages out there, but I'm saying like without attack, to get another attacker in there will elevate to a next level. Let's just put it that way, guys. If you know what I mean. Please subscribe to Uncle Rodz as well. I will put his link obviously on here before we go. Let me just go to another comment right here. I can't see because I'm blind. I need to see in the front screen, which is the bigger screen. This Zion, I don't know how to say that name, but okay, we'll call you D. We need to grab Kenneth Taylor on the cheap. He is the player of the year in Holland, of course. Okay, plays for Ajax. Do you know anything about this kid? I don't know Kenneth Taylor.
No, but what it is, I know that Ajax and they have got a habit of producing really good players. Do you know what I mean? So I don't doubt that this guy is good, but I'll have to check him out for myself. You know what I mean? Okay. There's being good, but would you be good enough
to play
for a Liverpool system? You know what I mean? So I'll have to check him out.
Because the difference between us and other teams is when Man United buy players and Chelsea buy players and these other teams buy players, they buy players for buying sake. Liverpool buy players to fit in a system that they have, and that's what makes us successful to other teams. If you know what I mean, guys. There's a system at play here. You either can fit in or you can't. The ones who can't fit in, they leave the club eventually. And the ones that fit in, they still stay in the club. So this is what we're looking for, guys, like players that can fit the system that we have in play. Otherwise, we're going to end up like Man United buying Tom, Dick, and Harry. And we don't want that, you know what I'm saying? There you go. Damn! Yeah. Let's see what Jimmy is saying. Big up, Nalante. I didn't know you was in the house. I would have set up properly if you came if you came in earlier. But 1 second, yeah. Champions League is epic as is with the new format. Watch Liverpool thrive in it next season. Now they have experienced how it works this year. Jimmy, you're spot on what you're saying about we've got experience in this obviously fields, but the format is a bit weird. If you finish top, you're still gonna get a hard team. I know they came through the qualifying stage and all that stuff, PSG, but still hard. They won it. They won the damn competition. What do you think of that message, mate, Uncle Rodz?
It's yeah, I like what Jimmy's saying in there because I think what it is, they are going to tweak it. You know what I mean? I just find the whole thing of it. You know what I mean? Like 6 teams six teams from England being like representing in the Champions League, and one of the teams, right, is like finished 17th place in their league, close to relegation. Literally, you know what I mean? Literally, that was relegation spot, in it. That was relegation spot. He's only to say that. So, like, the reason why they didn't get relegated, it's because of the fact that the 3 other teams, like Ipswich, was it Ipswich, Southampton, and Leicester? Sorry, and Leicester already got relegated. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? But like, it just seems to be a bit of like two bob when they do it that way. I literally think the top 2 teams in that league, gets to represent, you know what I mean, in the Champions League if you want to go that far. Because remember, there was back in the day, right? It was like you had to win your league first before you got.
Yeah, I remember.
You know what I mean? You remember that still. So really and truly, if I say like now the top 2 teams at the day, right, should get in the Champions League, I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah,
I don't think that's a bad thing. But they're just like they're making it money driven, money orientated, and they're not hiding the fact of that. Do you know what I mean? They're not hiding the fact of that. So I understand what Jimmy's saying, and like and if we do win the Champions League next season, right, we deserve to win the Champions League next season because we won our league previous season. We're champions of England until somebody knocks us off our perch. So if we win the Champions League next season, fine. Do you know what I mean? We deserve it. But if Tottenham win the Champions League next season, how much of a joke would that be?
Yeah, true.
Be a joke. And the thing is about it, right? If these people that organise the Champions League, if they want Tottenham to win it, they can win it.
Yeah. Big up, Nalante. What's going on, bro? You good?
Yo, big up, man. Big up the chat, man. What a come out. Hey, Uncle Raj, I don't know. General in the building. Come on, sir. Big up Uncle Rodz all the time, man. And big up. You're there, definitely, man. Big up for yourself, Fuzzy, the chat. And yeah, man, just listen to you guys, man. Just killing it, man. But yeah, just jumping on, man. JK be on in a minute as well.
News about Wirtz, bro. What do you think of it?
There's a lot there's a lot of reports again from what I'm hearing from others saying about the deals being agreed, but which again for me it's premature, but we're just getting to that stage now that it'll be on the main age and this you've got in the back, Fuzzy. This I'm kind of glad in a sense, because I think everyone was quick to throw away Kwanzaa and Elliot. Like Elliot still might go. I'm not, because obviously he's coming in, which I get that. Because I've always said, guys, that I like Elliot, but if he were to sell him, we need to get a world-class 10 mid. I don't want to see a Morgan Gibbs White or these players Ede. Like these men he's like, but come on, man, it's like you got on the food, man. You want a top, you want jerk chicken, you want jollof, man. Don't give me some standard steak and kidney pie. You know what I mean? I don't want a steak and a guy.
Chips and mushy peas.
It Rodz. You know what I mean? Uncle Rodz, come on, God. We've been around the block. We know this, isn't it?
Yeah,
You're not gonna just give one away. But look, if you're getting Wirtz, fair enough, no problem. I hold my hands up, say, Elliot, God bless you. All the best. And that's it.
Yeah.
And that's it.
100%.
You can't say fair than that. Can't say fair than that.
You can't. Yeah. 100%. Let me see what the comments are saying, guys. Once again, Jack says, if we get Isak, it's over for everybody. Wirtz, Isak explosion, 100%, bro. that be saying goodbye to a lot of teams, if you know what I mean. We're gonna basically put everybody, you know, underneath the ground. That's, you know what I mean.
Rest in peace.
Done. It's done, man. It's done.
If we get those two players over the line, yeah, what you know what they should do? Beginning of the season, just give us a trophy. Just give us a trophy because you're gonna. It's over. Just give us a trophy, mate. Because listen, guys, we know you're gonna win it. It's a trophy now, pal. You know, I mean, hold it till the end of the season and have your trophy parade and all that, man. But did you see the Premiership trophy? Yeah, it's massive, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So massive, bro.
Yeah. For 5 years, so it was good to see it again, man. You know what I mean? Oh man, yeah. Listen, at the end of the day, it's all about retaining the Premier League, in my opinion, and this is what the target for us next season, man. And it's like Uncle Rod said, sometimes, you know, you got to put a trophy as the main, you know, thing that we focus on, and 21 is very important. And after, because all of us here on the screen have been to the parade. I've never seen anything like it, guys. You know what I mean? So I want to see that again. You know what I mean? I want to see something like that again, and meet all of you this time with a better weather and, you know, better security than we've seen in the last time. So yeah, listen, 21. Like if it's 1.5 million for 20, can you imagine 21? How many people is going to be there?
Oh, mate. Oh, mate.
Yeah, mucking about.
You know what it would be like? Liverpool will be officially locked down. No, seriously, it would be.
Big up, Jaden, bro. Big up, bro.
Yeah, it would be, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Realize that Champions League gives a club true heritage. The team that wins it deserves to do so. Are you talking to Uncle Rodz about what he said earlier? Well, we've got heritage, obviously, because we're 6 times winners, you know what I mean? And as I said before this, we've got to put the Premier League first. That's how you start winning Champions Leagues. You get the consistency in the league first, then the other trophies follow after. Yes. If you know what I mean? That's how it is. That's how champions, that's what winning is all about. You know what I mean? That's what winning is all about. You start with obviously the league, the bread and butter, as Bill Shankly said. And then you go for the next steps, which is the Champions League. Then after that, you go obviously for the treble. And then after the treble, you go for the 4-piece. And then if you go for the 4-piece, you go for the invisible. You know what I mean? So it's always targets. I'd rather have, as a football club, targets than nothing. Because if you think you're perfect, look what happened to Real Madrid. The same thing can happen to you.
But you look at this. You look at this now, right? I wasn't talking about sort of like Liverpool not having heritage. Yeah,
it's not. It's just his comment. It's
no, I'm saying heritage. But what you got to think about is going to look pretty ridiculous if someone like Tottenham that finished 17th this season, you know, season is gone, finished 17th, basically in the relegation spot, right? And the only reason they're getting in the Champions League is because of, like, you know, they won the Europa Cup. It's going to look pretty ridiculous if they win the Champions League next season.
Yeah.
It's going to look ridiculous.
I agree.
It's going to look ridiculous. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? But what I'm saying at the day is this, right? The first 2 teams at the day, right? For number 1 and number 2, they go through to Champions League, yeah? Right? I play in Champions League. The rest of the guys at the day, right? You fight out in Europa Cup and Europa Conference League. You know what I mean? Because you wasn't good enough to get to that summit. Do you understand what I'm saying? But these people at the day, right? Yeah, they're getting rewarded for failure. That's what they're getting rewarded for. They're getting rewarded for failure, and
that's why the modern day football is not exciting anymore. Because
it's not.
Everybody can put their feet up and they'll get to the destination straight away. You know what I mean? But
it's literally a reward. It's literally a reward for failure. And I'm not being funny. This is not the football I grew up supporting and watching. Do you know what I mean? You got rewarded at the day because you're successful. You know what I mean? Yeah. You put your hard work in because you want to be successful. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying about the format. To me, at the day, it looks pretty ridiculous to me. Do you know what I mean? That's why I'm not. Listen, if we win the Champions League next season, we win it. If we don't, we don't. I'm not really too bothered. But I'll tell you what, at the day, if I'm really bothered about if we win the league next season, that's what I want. I want that league next season, bro. if for the next 6 seasons, yeah,
Mhm.
all we win at the day is our league at the day, I'm happy, bro. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Proper.
Yeah. Do you know about this guy in Atlanta? This guy Mike is talking about Walkman.
I've heard of him. I've never seen him play. Someone else has heard of him in Germany. I think he plays for, was it Wolfsburg, I believe? I could be wrong.
Schalke, bro.
Schalke.
Schalke, oh, that's it. Yeah, I've heard of him, but I haven't.
You never seen him play, yeah?
Yeah, I've heard of him, but I haven't seen him play. So,
Yeah, I heard.
Nice area that is Schalke, you know. Nice
Mm.
area.
Big up, bro. Yeah. Wow. Somebody left? Or somebody's come in? What's going on here? Like, who's letting people in, man? Behind the somebody's coming through the back door, guys. What's going on here? Who's in?
No,
Who's
don't
in?
say that. Pause. That's a pause, you know. Pause. That's a pause, bro. That's a pause.
it was there, was it?
You know, it's a big pause for that, isn't it? You know.
Who's coming through the back door? You know what I mean?
Man's getting the back doors kicked in.
We party here,
Yes,
guys.
I am.
I mean, I gotta make it exciting for everybody. You know what I'm saying? We party
Yes,
over
sir.
here. There you go. Let me bring in JK, man.
JK in the building, man. Big up.
Yes.
Bless up,
Man,
bless
brother.
up. I hope you're cool, guys.
Yeah, man. Everything's blessed, you know, brother. How are you?
All good, bro. All good.
Good. That's nice to hear, man. I'm always reassured when I hear JK's voice. I know everything's all right. You know what I mean? The world is all
Don't
right.
worry
You know what I mean?
But-
about a thing.
Yeah, that's what I think about when JK comes into the show.
Mm-hmm.
You know everything's good. You got no worries.
That's a lovely guy.
Thanks for the words, bro. Nice words.
Right.
Thank you.
Put your money on the lottery. You got no worries.
You get me?
Oh man, how are you, sir? You okay?
All good, man. All good.
Yeah, big up, man.
All
Bless
good.
her. Thanks for coming in the chat today, bro.
No worries, bro. You got to support each everyone's chat. You know, everyone's channel.
Yeah,
bro. That's what
That is
we're
for
all
sure, man.
about.
Big up.
It's good, you know. It's good to see, you know, people turning up for us as well, man, and helping us
Yeah.
out in the chat, man. That's you know, like it's all the hard work everybody's done in it. That's what it's all
Yeah.
about, guys. You know.
Mm-hmm. If you're a good guy, bro, I always big up the chats. Yeah. That's how I
Do you
do
know
it.
what? Do you know one person? Sorry to cut across you.
Go on.
You know one person that I really respect, yeah, right? Is Ravi. He supports a lot of these football channels, you know.
Yeah, man.
He's always there. Listen, I can have like 2 people, right,
Mhm.
watching me, right? And I know one of them is gonna be Ravi. Do you know what I mean? At least one of them is gonna be Ravi. He's just constant loyalty, and he constantly sort of like supports channels like ours and other channels as well. Do you know what I mean? He's a good
And
guy.
you know, in the social media, he messages people. But yeah, there's John Conway. There's obviously Scottish
Abdul.
Bear, Abdul as well. There's so many
Yeah.
people, you know, in that, you know.
True Don.
Yeah, True Don. You know, all these guys like have been here for a long time, man. For a long time. And you know, they never ask for anything back. That's why I always say it's better if we could reward them with something in the future. You know what I mean, guys? I've always said that. Let me just get my feet under the table and I'll try my best to help everyone out, man.
Yeah.
That's what I want to
Yeah.
do, you guys.
We'll
It's
do
not
that
even
for the
bragging.
fans, yeah.
I don't really need YouTube. I'm not bragging, but I just don't need YouTube. I do YouTube because I enjoy it and I love meeting people like you guys and obviously people in the chat. It's not sucking up or anything like that, but it's just something I need. You know what I mean? Because I've got nothing outside. You know, I can't play football anymore. I can't do certain things anymore. You know what I mean? My body doesn't do what it used to do anymore in regards to, you know, sports. So this is just enjoyable for me, like just chatting to you guys. And I mean, look at where 12 a.m., 12:30 a.m. in the morning. Look at us. We're just chatting like, you know, we're friends.
We're
That's what
doing
it's
it.
all about. And I love
I'm
to,
gonna-
you know, when the chat
Give me-
comes on there, we read it out as well, don't we, guys? So
Yeah.
everybody's
Yeah.
part of this family, man.
Give me a couple.
Not
Give me a
everyone.
couple.
Yeah.
Give me a couple of minutes. I'm gonna go and make a cup of tea.
Uncle
and
Rod
come back.
ruins the whole thing now. Bloody hell.
No. I'm
Cup
gonna
of
go.
tea.
I'm gonna
Make a
I'm gonna
brew.
go make myself a
I'm
brew,
joking, man.
Cup
I'm
of tea.
joking. Man.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
come
have a
on,
brew.
man. The
I'm
street's late.
drinking a cup of tea, yeah, and I'm getting jealous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it is. You can't pass this one, you know.
Make myself
Can't
one.
leave us like this. It was a good convo, man.
No, I'm
Oh,
not here.
man.
I'm here, man. I'm still here. Cup of tea.
No, just a joke.
Go on, lad.
I love that tune.
No, because the late at night, the camera would be on full blast.
Nobody can bring this for you guys. You know what I mean? We're trying to have a party here, man. We've got a special player coming to Liverpool, so we're going to have a party. Big up Clive. Big up You Never Walk Alone. Big up Justin. I'm coming to your comments, don't worry. Steve, of course, Steve is in the house. The regular Steve.
Big up, Steve.
That's great.
Big up, Steve.
Always,
Listen.
how do you say that name? Naftali? How do you say that? I don't know. Naft Ali? I think that's how you say it. Big up.
Oh, I can't see
can't
the
say the
comments.
name.
But
It's
can
at
you put it on the
bottom.
screen?
Yeah.
I'll tell you. I'll have a go.
Yeah, hang on. I'm looking at the other screen. You know what I mean? I've got so many screens in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm rubbish with names, a bit of dyslexia here. You know what I mean, guys? So I apologize if I said your name wrong. Apologies. There you go.
Okay.
Naphtali.
interesting.
Yeah, Naphtali.
Naphtali.
I
Yeah,
was right.
Naphtali.
Big up.
Naphtali. Yeah.
Anyone pumping? Of course, man. Damn. You know what I'm saying? There you go, bro. So, JK, what's going on with you, bro? How you been today, man? How's everything with you, man? We haven't even actually done a stream since before the parade, didn't it, guys? Like us three?
Yeah, long time, bro. Long time.
hell, man.
I seen Nalante's here, Uncle Rodz, you, me. I was like, yeah, I have to come
You
on
have
and
to
stuff.
jump in, yeah?
Yeah, I'm just on that level where I'm seeing all these names being chucked about and stuff, and I just want it to be concrete now. Like, yeah, we got the guy. Frimpong was done Swift. I really like that. His intro video, just the whole thing was just nicely done, quickly done, and for a good fee, 29 million or something. So that was sweet. So now it's the next guy, the next guy, and the next guy.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I think the Wirtz one today, tomorrow. Maybe we find something out concrete. I know James got a game, so he's going to be a bit tricky on that one. But hopefully, maybe early tomorrow.
What do you think of the message he sent out? I'm not here to take someone's number. I mean, and all that stuff. That
Like
should be giving you hope, innit? To be honest.
Yeah, because like for me, you see how football is now. Like a few words from a certain player just switches the whole conversation. That's how mad it is now, football. But for me, I wouldn't give him the number 10 if he wants it, because for me, McAllister is number 10. And for me, probably in the top 5 of our best players last season. So I'm not going to give him that number 10 number. If Diaz moves on, we had this conversation yesterday with Brian and everyone, the number 7.
Listen, it looks like Diaz is moving. The way his wife has put, that was
deep. That
letter, message. Listen, at the end of the day, guys, like what we've got in our hands is a player that has respect. So the way he came out and just squashed it, and it gave people hope. Who is this afternoon when I was doing the show had no hope. They're giving up. I said, why are you giving up? There's no other club coming in for him. He didn't say he was leaving. So you know what I mean, just get behind it, guys. If Liverpool say like they're not chasing him anymore, then I understand. But there's nothing coming out other than the player wants to join Liverpool. If a player wants to join a club, that means he's heading towards that direction. And it's just the formalities now. All we need is, I think they agreed, again, I think they agreed a fee for him. It's just the final details. Once that's sorted out, we've got a player. That's it. And all we have to do is sell some more players to raise funds for the other players that's coming in. Because, if you look at it from a point of view, under 24 years old, which means, players coming in from that age, the most important thing about it is their fee might be high, but their wages will be low. You know what I mean, guys? Because they're young. They're willing to accept a low wage for them, to grow with the team and then eventually reach the heights. You just got to earn the right to get that wages, right? Am I wrong here, guys?
Yeah. But for me, he's probably Germany's best player.
He's been the best player for 2 seasons in a row.
So for me, he has to have a wage where Bayern Munich will pay him 300 grand a week, no problem.
Yeah.
Let's be serious.
He knows that already. He knows that. So for me, the big thing is why it's hurting the German football fans. Like, look, we're losing our best player to England. And I said this on Twil's show, like, people don't really, it's a big problem for them. They thought automatically this guy's going to play for Bayer Leverkusen and then end up at Bayern Munich, because that's the protocol there. And it's not going to plan. So for me, it's a big coup. It's a big coup, this one. If you rewinded the time back, say 8 months ago,
and you told us, you know what, at the end of the start of next season, we're going to have Wirtz starting for us, I'd be like, nah, never. So this one sort of sped on pretty quick. And I just feel if you don't get positive vibes from German outlets, 100% because of that jealousy, our German star boys moving to England.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, you're spot on. You're 100% spot on. Like, I want to ask you and Alante this question as well before Akros is back. It's all all three of you. Yeah. Say, because I've heard my mate that I usually go games with. He just told me today like what's upsetting him about the Wirtz deal is he might be using us as a stepping stone to get to Real Madrid at the end of his contract. What do you guys think about that? That's all three. You know, Nalante, you could go first, bro. Then Uncle Rodz, and then JK.
Football's football, isn't it? I mean, who knows? We can't say. Maybe it's 50-50. Maybe it does. If it does, then so be it. But we're gonna get some good years out of him. It's potentially a 5-year contract. And if he does, so be it. We move on. If we at the end of the day, I wanna go, let him go, man. I don't care. Like I said, people get too wrapped up in the names, Play FC. And I know some players have been great servants or world class, etc. But like again, ladies and gentlemen, my esteemed co-hosts, we all know this is Liverpool FC Football Club. It's been going on from centuries, from when this football club first was formed, 1892 till now.
I forgot about that. One second, I forgot about that. I've got something for
Happy birthday to Liverpool. Hey, come on.
Okay. We're having fun, innit? We're having fun. Come on, man. Come on,
innit, man. Come on, man.
You know what I mean? There you go.
Come on, man. We're 21 out here now. Hey.
I literally love our community.
Come on.
Sorry, Nancy, you were saying Nancy.
Go on, Nancy. Finish your.
No, Uncle Rodz. Now, all I was saying is that, look, so from the test of time, so if Wirtz is, so be it. You know what I mean? We don't know. We're fans getting too hyped up. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Like, if he comes, he comes. If he goes, he goes. If Mo wants to leave, I'm just not bothered about Play FC, and this is why a lot of the online fans on other Liverpool podcasts are too involved in Play FC. If my favorite player goes, he goes. It is what it is. Liverpool FC, we move, we go again. The club will always be bigger than any player. And anyone in this chat, I'm not saying that they are directly. Any Liverpool fan think the player is bigger than the football club, then they're foolish. They don't know ball. I'm saying it straight.
It's today's world,
right.
man. It's today's world, isn't it? That's what it is. It's today's world.
Yeah.
It looks like a bizarre. That's what it is.
And guys, I'll just quickly say this before, obviously,
big up Dara, by the way.
Fuzzy, big up Dara and JK. You comment on this. We know who those people are. The three of us, we know who those people
I'll
are.
be back in a second.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We'll continue. We know who these people are, and that's it. That's it in terms of me.
You know what it is? It is like when players come to Liverpool Football Club, and they do well and start winning things. It's very hard for them to leave. You know what I mean? They don't want to leave, especially when you get like foreign players. You know what I mean? Because I was just thinking earlier on, right? Foreign players seem to be the more passionate about Liverpool Football Club than what our own English players are. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right?
Yeah.
When you look at sort of like Torres, he went to Chelsea, but we got 50 million for him. Do you know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? Most of the foreign players, like Luis Suarez, went to Barcelona. We got 75 million for him. Coutinho went to Barcelona again. We got 143 million for him. With that money, we was able to sort of like literally rebuild our team. You understand what I'm saying? Bit scummy the way he done it, but we got 143 million for him. You know what I mean? A lot of the players that sort of like have left our club, being foreign, we have got money for. You know what I mean? Then you got like Trent, born and raised Scouser, been like with the club for 20 years, and he goes on a free. Well, literally goes on a free. We got 10 million for him, but not being funny. like we should have got a lot more for him. The caliber of player that he is. Steve McManaman back, McManaman back in the day went to Real Madrid again on a Bosman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, it seems that sort of like a lot of like the foreign players are showing more loyalty and are showing more what it's to be about to play for the club. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, than some of the English players. Let's face it. And when Torres left the club, Liverpool wasn't in a good place, were they? You know what I mean? Let's have it straight.
No.
It wasn't in a good place. Do you know what I mean? So you can understand the reason why, you know, he left the club. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You can understand that. Do you know what I mean? You may not like we may not like it, but you can understand it. Do you know what I'm saying? You know? But like the money we got from him, we was able to sort of like reinvest it into the team. Do you know what I'm saying? You know?
Yeah.
So like as with Wirtz, as I said, he's gonna find it. If he comes in and like him and the team goes on a madness in the next 5 years, he's gonna find it hard to leave. He's not gonna leave. He's gonna want more and more success. You know what I mean? You know, and Real Madrid and they sort of like Real Madrid's Real Madrid, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? They're backed by the king. They're buying in the
Swines.
And you know what it is though, Nanti and JK and Fuzz. There's no competition with Real Madrid. There's no
how you going to improve as a player? If
you can't improve. You come to Liverpool now, yeah. Like, all right, Federico Chiesa, yeah. He's hardly played this season, yeah. But he's got a medal.
Yeah.
Now he's thinking,
and as a player, he's world renowned, isn't he? He's one of the best players.
Very good player. Yeah.
Very good player. Now Chiesa's thinking in there, you know what? I want more of that. But I want to play more as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? So, listen, you know what? We buy the right profile player, and they fall in love with Liverpool. Look at Virgil van Dijk.
Exactly, man.
I can't see him going after he finishes his career. Yeah, next couple of years, right? I can see him going to backroom staff. That's what I can see him backroom staff. You know what I mean? Coaching the kids and all that. I can see that. I can see that. So I'm not worried about sort of like him going with Real Madrid. You know, I'm not worried about it because I don't think he'll go, but I'm not worried about it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Just make sure you give us a good 5 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Spot on, JK?
Yeah.
JK sleep.
It's definitely sleeping, man. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at the poll, guys. I said, did you have any doubts about the Wirtz? And I put LOL. So 38% said yes, and 62% said no. So yeah, I know, because you guys were crying to me this afternoon, and I said to you, calm down, guys. I've only got about 20 minutes. If you guys want to say anything in the chat, you chat to the guys. Just bring that up, and we could just obviously say what they were, reply to what they're asking us. What's going on here, bro?
You got 49 people watching at the moment, so
yeah,
hit the likes, man. Hit the likes.
Did we look at this, guys, before? I'm sure we did, didn't we? No, I didn't.
I think so.
Yeah, we did.
I think so. Yeah, from the profile. I think you looked at this one.
Yeah.
Let me see what Justin's saying. Justin's saying the target next season is the Premier League and UCL titles. To me, the Premier League is important, the most important one. If the Champions League comes with that, that's a bonus from me in a way. As long as we retain the Premier League, that's the most important thing to me, because I want to break that record, guys. You know what I mean? Champions League will come eventually. You know what I mean? In the future as well, and it all depends on the depth of the squad. If we've got the depth that we didn't have last season, we will win both. If we do something similar to last season, it'll be very tough to get that as well, guys. So that's what worries me, obviously, about the Champions League. But we don't want to like overextend ourselves for 2 trophies when number 21 is the most important one, in my opinion. What about you guys?
No, I'm with you. I'm with you all the way with that. You know me. I've said before, like even before the season ended, I said that my main target in days is retaining the league. That's what I find important. If we get the Champions League, yes, it's a bonus. You know what I mean? Anything else after that is a bonus. But I think honestly, your main target is to go for the league. Do you know what I mean? Just go and win the league because that's your bread and butter.
Yeah.
That's your bread and butter, and that's to me at the end of the day that's the most important thing. You know what I mean? So yeah, league.
Not answer, JK.
Yeah. Same with Uncle Rod's. Nothing really more to be said. Couldn't agree with you guys. That's it.
Oh damn! I never thought everybody's in the same boat. No, normally, I want a Champions League and all that stuff, but for once, nah. Okay.
Yeah, but I think when you look at the way that Champions League sort of like set out,
Yeah.
you kind of more favour the league, don't you? Do you know what I mean? You think it's more of a bigger achievement when you're in league than the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? And stuff. So I'd just love to win the league. You know what I mean? Because I want that possession again. I want it done the other day. You know what I mean? And obviously, when you get to 21, surpassing Man City. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Man United.
Man United. Surpassing Man United, right? Listen, that's going to be a party for about 3 or 4 days, bro.
Hey,
3 or 4 days, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I suggested today, if anybody's working or anything like that, right? Take 4 days off, man. Take 4 days off. Take some holiday. Do you know what I mean? Because what I'm gonna do in the day, I'm gonna go up to Liverpool, right? If it works out the way we want it to work out, my plan is to go up to Liverpool. Obviously the day before, obviously, see if I can get a ticket for the game or like party outside the Anfiled, yeah. And then then obviously get a hotel. Next day go to the parade and then go back to your hotel. And then the next day you leave, come home. Simple as that. That's me, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah, all of us are in the same boat, man. Let's see what Ali. I think Ali. How do you say that name? Ali. The target next season is. Sorry. Has he joined? No, he hasn't. Clickbait. Oh, okay. If you want to go down that route, I'm a clickbait. I'm a clickbait. I'm a clickbait. So what? So what, man? I mean, so what? That's what it's all about.
Come on.
We don't care. What we want. You don't pay me. You know what I mean? Call me clickbait. I don't give a damn. Let me see what Steve's saying. I haven't seen Steve for a bit. And of course, Philip, of course. Let's go. Steve. Mr. Steve says Nunes, Chiesa sales bring in over 200 million. Get it done. Would you sell all those players, guys? I like Chiesa, but
I want to sell Chiesa. I want to sell Chiesa because you know what it is? You need Chiesa when bloody thing goes to AFCON, isn't it?
Yeah.
When Salah goes to AFCON, that's when you really need Chiesa, Seriously, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't sell him. No way.
When I look at all them names there, I just thinking, look at all them names there. Which one does Slot like? Exactly,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me, I think the other three, Nunes, Jota, and Chiesa, could all possibly be moved on. I think Diaz is the only one. Slot really likes him. When you look at it,
he does.
He really likes Diaz. So interesting.
But you know what it is, though, Jay. He's obviously Arnie Slot's openly come out and said Chiesa stays. You know what I mean? Chiesa stays next season. You know what I mean? I just think they might be tempted with Diaz because Diaz is older than sort of like Chiesa. They might be tempted to sort of like say, well, look, this is probably the last chance we can get some big money for him. Do you know what I mean? They might be tempting in that way. But yeah, I hear you still. I hear you.
All I'm hearing is like he wants to return to Italy, so that's another thing as well, guys.
Yeah, and I don't want him to have another season where I've seen his face. I felt like hugging the guy. You know what I mean? Like
it is sad, bro.
It was sad, bro. That was so sad. Like, come on, man. the guy, you bring in Endo on. No disrespect to Endo, but Chukon Chiesa, man. It's like, come on.
One of
this
the young
is
at the time, one of the young, best young players in the world. We're forgetting this. Like he won the Euros for Italy, and we're treating him like that.
you're treating him like that, and you're paying him a nice little wage there. You're not paying him like 50 grand a week. What Diaz is getting, he's on a nice little wage, and you think, you know what, you could have played him more and stuff. But for me, you asked a question about next season and stuff. The reason why I was sort of disappointed in our season was because Slot played it so well until February time, where we were top of the Champions League, top of the Premier League, and life was good. And I think we could have won that Champions League. When you really look at it, we let in 1 goal in open play against PSG. They banged in 5 against Inter within 90 minutes. In like 2 95-minute each games, we let in 1 goal. And so for me, we were in a position to win that Champions League this season as well. So for me, I think Slot probably disappointed in himself, thinking, you know what, I could have had 2 more trophies. And we only got the 1. So for me, next season, with the acquisitions we're going to make, hopefully, I want to win it all. That's why you should drop that Many Marooney song. I want to win it all.
I mean, splash the cash, John. Splash the cash.
You're such an idiot. You laugh, Oh gosh.
Was he trying to create? No, Liverpool FC is trying to create music shows.
I want to bring a comedy side.
Fuzzy, can you see that?
I know, guys.
Fuzzy, can you see that? Fuzzy, can you see that? Can you see it?
Yeah,
I can see it.
Yeah, 50 likes you got so far.
Oh, brilliant, people. Thank you very much.
Oh, big up the chat, man. Big up the chat.
Listen, we'll be back tomorrow night. We'll get some more panel on the show. What do you guys think about that tomorrow night? Same time?
Yeah. Same time. I'll be on there for about an hour. Yeah. I'll be on for an hour.
I'll give you
That's
guys a
it.
heads up for tomorrow night, innit?
Yeah. I'll be on.
I'll be on in the morning, so I'll be free in the night.
No worries, guys. Philip says, I just had doubt that we wouldn't bid enough for Leverkusen to accept. Not that Wirtz would go anywhere else. Yeah. Listen, they've got a plan, bro. They've got a plan. I told Uncle Rose, I told JK and Nalante about the Adidas thing. You know what I mean? There's something down there that's telling me he'll be the first player to wear the Adidas kit for Liverpool. This is why it's prolonging. Adidas is German. He's the number 1 German player, obviously, in Germany at the moment. It matches up, doesn't it, guys? It matches up. So don't forget that.
That'd be cool. Bless up Philip as well, Bidwell. And
have I shared everybody on the chat? Dara's in the house, of course. Dara, if you're free tomorrow, jump on, mate. I'm gonna put the link in here. Jump on tomorrow.
And the thing is, Leverkusen's sort of being destroyed. It's like they've taken everyone. Tar, this lad, and Alonso. And I'm thinking these guys are thinking right now, business-wise, because they're not our friends, Leverkusen. They're not our, they're going to think we want to get the best deal out of this because he's our star boy, and it might take a few days to sort this price out. That's why it's taking, for me, long. Because he's that price asset,
Do you know, such got Crossy, do you know
That's a good comment that landed, guys, by the way. But carry on, we're going to finish with this one, but it's very good. But carry on, Uncle.
Do you know they sent out, like, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, the day before, sorry. They sent out a medical team to Germany. Yeah. So obviously when he sort of gives the green light, they can get the medical done over there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so the medical team's actually out there at the moment.
Are they?
Yeah. The medical team's out there at the moment.
Yeah.
Because they flew out there. Yeah, they flew out there. Obviously, when we get the green light, they can just do the medical over there instead of obviously him flying to England, then going back to sort of like Germany. Because remember, he's in there in that thing, isn't they? The Nations League, isn't it?
Yeah.
In the Nations League stuff. So instead of him flying backwards and forwards, they were just doing the medical out there. So don't be surprised, right, that you probably hear very soon that the medical's being booked because the medical staff's out there already. Do you know what I mean?
Big up Unks for that, man. Appreciate that. Scary says, do you think if we had our main penalty takers against PSG in the Champions League, we would have gone through not Nunes ethic? Like I think it's talking about Nunes and Jones and that. So if someone like Alistair and all these guys stayed on the pitch, would we win that game in penalty shootouts? Because what I look at it from, Scary, is I look at it from a point of view of Alisson. I watch Liverpool. I've been watching Liverpool. I can't ever remember missing a game. So I've been watching Liverpool for a long, long time. I love Alisson. He's, to me, the best goalkeeper in the world. But penalty shootouts, he's not very good at it. That is the problem. So, you know, like Superman has kryptonite, and our Superman has kryptonite, which is, penalty shootouts. That's his kryptonite. I remember one of the guys, hitting it slow on the slide. Do you remember that penalty, guys? It was so slow. All he had to do is just grab it. He went through. You know what I mean? So I think they would have won the penalty shootouts, even if McAllister and Szoboszlai stayed on the pitch. I honestly think that. I think they practiced that.
You should put Kelleher in there.
Yeah, but if you look at PSG, they don't really play the game in the weekend before a Champions League game. So they must have been practicing beforehand, while we're playing in the weekend with our first team. Yeah. That's the difference, bro. Yeah, guys, Uncle Rod's channel is underneath. If you want to go to his channel, just click on that. Let me just read out the final comments before we go. Thank you to everybody, by the way. Appreciate everybody that's on. If I didn't read your comment, I will be back tomorrow, probably in the afternoon, and I will be back tomorrow in the evening again with these lovely guys that's on the channel. Essex says that we first should got the double this season. If you mean the League Cup and the Premier League, yeah. I think so, man. I don't know how we perform like that in the Premier League.
Agreed.
In the League Cup.
I agree with yeah.
It was weird performance in the final, man. The way
it was, wasn't
it?
Yeah, man.
Very strange. Yeah.
Big up, Clive, bro. Big up, brother. Steve, Uncle Rodz, there you go. That's for you, my brother.
Big up, bro.
Steve is the one who always says get the likes up to 50 and all that stuff. Appreciate that, bro. Always help.
He's a good guy, Steve.
Yeah, he is, man. He hates FSG more than we do. Let me just put
I know. Doesn't he?
Damn.
Don't get Steve started. Was he? Don't get him started.
I got one for you guys, yeah? If you need a spray in the future for your hair, you go for this one. Just let your soul go. Just let your silky smooth, just let it shine through.
Oh, big.
Everybody knows this tune, man. Come on, man. You ever watched
America? It's classic. Classic. Right.
Spider says, why did I read a poll with 36% of people saying Wirtz isn't coming? LOL. He literally addressed the number 10 rumor. I know, LOL. I know that because I did this after he addressed that rumor. It's weird, very strange, man. Very, very strange. All right, guys. Please check out Uncle Rod's channel. It's underneath. Subscribe to him. Appreciate everybody that's been on obviously this evening. We'll be back tomorrow and the day after and the day after and the day after and the day after and the day after. I'll be here every single time. So tune in and help me out on the chat. Talk to me about anything you want. I'm like all these guys, we're Mr. Liverpool, aren't we, guys? We know Liverpool inside and out. If you want to ask us any questions, we're here to, obviously say our piece towards it as well. So appreciate that. I hope you like the bit of fun of music I played with you guys today. Some more stuff to come like this, man, because we've got to make it entertainment at the same time. Guys, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Wirtz is coming to Liverpool, whether you like to hear that or not. It's not on me, mate. Take care, everybody. Take care.
Let's go, family. One.